On top of that, former marketing head Peter Moore was made president of SEGA of America. Peter Moore, seeing he was working for SEGA in the year 2001, tried to tell the Japanese heads of the now completely disorganized SEGA Hydra that the Dreamcast was toast and they had to think of something new, quick. In response, the heads of the various teams of SEGA got up and walked out of the meeting, without so much as saying a word to Peter. SEGA just chose to ignore the gaming landscape and plug away on a new Jet Set radio game. Meanwhile, SEGA of America was losing their minds, seeing the landscape changing around them and feeling the need to evolve. SEGA of Japan wasn't going to listen to its American branch no matter what. That's when Peter Moore decided to take matters into his own hands. Peter went out of his way to get market research to prove to SEGA what he already knew. I needed to prove to the Japanese that our brand was starting to fade away, and so I asked the focus group, a bunch of 18, 19-year-olds, a classic question. If a video game publisher was a relative or friend, who would they be? EA, arrogant quarterback, 6'5", walks in, gets the girl, nobody likes him, blah, blah, blah. Rockstar? That's your drunken uncle that shows up from Vegas once a month with a hooker on his arm and looking for money, and then he's gone again. SEGA. Yeah, that's your granddad. Used to be cool, but even he can't remember why anymore. When Peter Moore went to Japan to talk with unofficial God King of SEGA Yuji Naka, the conversation fell apart almost instantly. This is ridiculous! You have made them say this! SEGA is a great brand! Nobody would ever say this! You have falsified it! He just gets in my face. So I say to the translator, tell him to fuck off! And the poor guy looks at me and says, there's no expression in Japanese. I said, I know there is. And that was it. That was the last time I ever set foot in there. Peter? Peter, if you can hear me, I love you. Some fingers of mine aren't as important to me as seeing the video Peter made.